Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Okay, so today we continue our topic with analysis of function. So kat sini kita akan gunakan first derivative and second derivative in order to analyze the function. Okay, so kita nak analyze character function tu naik, turun, maximum point kat mana. Okay, so minimum point kat mana. Concave up, concave down, inflection point. Okay, so benda-benda tu. Okay, so first we start with first derivative. Okay, so what is the use of first derivative in this topic? So we will use the first derivative to find the critical point. Okay, so what is critical point? So critical point ni, okay, so function tu dia ada graph. So graph naik turun, okay. So critical point ni dekat sini ni, puncak-puncak ni. Okay, so puncak paling atas, puncak paling bawah, atas, bawah. So critical point happen at this point. So berada pada titik-titik ni. So yang mana karakter dia dekat critical point ni, the value of first derivative is equal to 0. Okay, so nilai derivative dia akan bersamaan dengan kosong. Okay, so kenapa? Sebab dia tangent line dia tegak je. Okay, so tangent line dia tegak. Okay, so dekat critical point ni, dekat puncak-puncak ni, tangent line dia tegak. Okay, so menegak macam ni. So bila tangent line dia tegak macam ni, so gradient dia, kecerunan dia adalah sama dengan kosong. So that's why f prime x, the value is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore in order to find the critical point, so kita nak cari kat mana critical point ni, so we will use these properties. Okay, so kita akan selesaikan f prime x equal to 0 untuk cari critical point. Okay, so after we obtain the critical point, so we will use the first derivative. Okay, so in order to test the interval increasing or decreasing. Okay, so kita akan test sama ada interval tersebut increasing ataupun decreasing. So let's say we obtain the critical point here. Okay, so kita dapat x dia, nilai x dia, critical point dekat x berapa sini dengan sini. So kita akan divide kepada beberapa interval. So interval sini, sini dan sini. So dekat interval ni, tepi ni, kat tengah dengan kat ujung ni, kita akan check function tu increasing, decreasing, increasing dan sebagainya. Okay. And then after we check it is increasing or decreasing, then we can conclude dia punya relative maxima and minima. Okay. So in the relative maxima and minima ni pun kita akan ada saddle point lah. So what is saddle point? Saddle point is a point of a function or surface which is critical point but not a maximum or minimum point. So dia mana point tu dia boleh jadi critical point tapi dia tak jadi maximum ataupun minimum. Okay, so bawah ni tadi rasa ada gambar dia kejap ni. Okay. So relative minimum, maximum. Okay, so this one saddle point. So saddle point dia tak jadi maksimum ataupun minimum lah, tengah-tengah je. Okay. Dan dia mungkin boleh jadi inflection point. Okay. So relative maximum ni, so dia yang dekat puncak lah, atas puncak. So relative minimum dia dekat bawah. Okay, so finding critical point. Okay, so first kita tengok dulu finding critical point. Nanti kita tengoklah first derivative test ni macam mana nak tengok dia punya increasing, decreasing tu. Okay, so finding critical point. So to find the critical point, so we will solve the equation f prime x equal to 0 or dy over dx equal to 0. Okay, so kita akan selesaikan first derivative bersamaan dengan kosong. So example this one. So find the critical point of fx equal to x power of 3 minus x plus 3. Okay, so first step that you need to do is find the first derivative. Okay, so first derivative, it is equal to 3x power of 2 minus 1. Okay. And then the critical point for this function is, okay, so we will solve f prime x equal to 0. So f prime x, okay, so ni dia punya cara nak cari critical point. So f prime x equal to 0. So f prime x in this one, just now we have 3x square minus 1. So 3x square minus 1 equal to 0. So selesaikan. So we have 3x square equal to 1 and x square equal to 3 and x square and x is equal to square root 1 over 3. So square root kita akan ada positive, negative. So the answer is positive, negative. So square root 1 is 1 over square root 3, square root 3. So kita akan ada dua critical point. Okay. So saya tulis ke atas. So critical point at x equal to 1 over square root 3 and x equal to negative 1 over square root 3. Okay, so dia akan ada 2. Okay, so after we obtain the critical point, so we do the first derivative test in order to check increasing, decreasing and relative extremum. Okay. So for the increasing function, okay, so for the increasing function, f prime x greater than 0 or the sign of f prime x is positive, so the function is increasing. Okay, contoh. Okay, so ini function yang naik. Okay, so kalau korang perhatikan, tangent line dia kat sini. Okay, so tangent line dia, kalau kita tengok daripada kiri ke kanan, dia sentiasa naik. Okay, so kalau sentiasa naik ni, maksud dia, the gradient of this tangent line is always positive. Okay, so bila macam ni, maksud dia, function dia increasing. Okay, so decreasing function, if f prime x less than 0, so which is the sign of f prime x is negative, so the function is decreasing. Okay, so contoh kalau function decreasing, so tengok tangent line dia. Okay, so tangent line ni daripada kiri ke kanan dia turun ke bawah. Yang ni tadi daripada kiri ke kanan dia naik atas. So kita akan tengok kiri ke kanan. So kiri ke kanan dia turun bawah. So bila tangent line ni turun ke bawah, so meaning that the gradient of the negative. Okay, so kecerunan untuk tangent ni akan sentiasa negatif. So that's why it's decreasing. Okay. And then after you obtain increasing, decreasing, so you can conclude relative maxima and minima. Okay, so contoh kat sini. So kalau ada maksimum, so interval yang sebelum dia ni, yang sebelah sini ni, so graf dia akan naik, increasing. Okay, so tangent line dia akan increasing. From left to right, daripada kiri ke kanan, dia akan naik. Okay, so kiri ke kanan dia akan naik. Okay, and then for this interval here, so the tangent line of this curve, okay, so dia akan turun ke bawah. So bila korang ada slope kat sini increasing dan sini decreasing, so meaning at this point it will become relative maximum. Okay. And then at this point, so interval yang sebelah sini tadi kita dapat decreasing, and then interval sebelah sini, this one and this one, so kita akan dapat increasing, dia naik. Okay. So bila satu decreasing, satu increasing, so kita akan dapat relative minimum. So ada saddle point, dekat saddle point ni, so interval yang sebelah sini sampai sini, so kita dapat decreasing, line dia menurun. Tapi dekat sini ni, interval belah sini, tangent line dia pun menurun. Okay, so dia turun. So point ni dia tak jadi minimum ataupun maximum. Okay. So ni tadilah. So first derivative test. So if x equal to c, okay, so sini c. Okay, so ni x axis, c. So kita ada satu critical point. Okay, so by using this critical point, so we will make two interval. So pilih nombor sebelum dia. Okay, so kita akan tengok pada domain lah. So kalau daripada domain negative infinity sampai infinity, so kita akan pecah kepada dua interval lah. Sini negative infinity sampai c sampai infinity. Okay. So dia akan jadi dua interval. Okay, so kalau kita ada satu critical point, so this one for the maximum point. Okay, so kalau kita tengok maximum point, untuk maximum point tadi, so saya dah cerita dekat gambar tadi. Okay, so after you obtain the interval, okay, so selepas dapat interval ni, so you need to choose test value. So test value ni nilai interval between negative infinity until c. So choose one value. Same here, choose one value, and then substitute into f prime x. Calculate f prime x. So kita akan kira positif ataupun negatif. So dapat nilai dia, kita ambil simbol dia positif ataupun negatif. Okay, so if the slope increasing, okay, so slope of the tangent, when negative, the slope of the tangent line decreasing. So bila increasing, decreasing, kita nampak lah, ini nampak macam bukit kan, so dekat. So therefore at point C, this one, so C dekat tengah-tengah, so sini. Okay, so at point C, we have maximum point. Okay, so same goes for the minimum point. So minimum point, if you have the critical point at x equal to h, okay, so and then kita ada satu point, so ni contoh lah kalau ada satu critical point. Okay, so we make the interval, two interval, f, h, h, g, and then choose between f and h, and also any value between h and j, and then substitute into first derivative and obtain the symbol. So kita tengok simbol dia. Okay, so if negative, so decreasing. Okay, so the slope of the tangent decreasing. If positive, the slope tangent will increasing. So kita tarik daripada kiri ke kanan, decrease. Kiri ke kanan, increase. Okay. And then conclusion, okay, so minimum point at x equal to h. So sini h lah. Okay. Okay. So the minimum point lah. Okay, sebab dia turun, naik. So dekat bawah. Okay, so nanti dia punya graf dia, ni saya garis lurus tegak ni untuk increasing decreasing je lah. Kalau kita orang kena buat curve lah. Okay, so soalan nanti biasa dah cari critical point, inflection point, concavity, increasing, decreasing apa tu. So soalan akan suruh lukis graf. Okay. So yang ni untuk kita detect increasing, decreasing, okay, and untuk detect maximum and minimum point. Okay, so this one for the saddle point. Okay, and no extremum. Okay. So saddle point ni no extremum lah. So there is no minimum or maximum. Okay, so let's say the critical point x equal to c. Okay, so again divide the interval. Okay, so make the interval two interval, and then choose the value between interval. Okay, so pilih dia punya test value and obtain the symbol. The value into the first derivative and obtain the symbol. Okay, so if positive, so increasing. Okay, so there, since there is no change, so increasing, so meaning that here there is no extremum point. So dia tak ada maksimum, tak ada minimum lah. Okay. Same for this one. If you have negative symbol, okay, so both on the interval have the negative symbol, so the slope will decrease and decrease. So dua-dua akan decrease. So ini bermaksud tak ada ekstrimum lah. Okay, so sebab tak ada perubahan. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we can also use the second derivative to check the relative extremum. Okay, so to check maximum ataupun minimum. Okay, so kita boleh gunakan second derivative. Okay, so if the, let's say x equal to a is a critical point. Okay, so let's say x equal to a is a critical point of for f. Okay, so if we substitute the value a inside the second derivative and we obtain it is less than 0, okay, so and obtain less than 0, so then f has relative maximum. Okay, so f akan ada relative maximum at x equal to a. If you substitute the value of a into second derivative and obtain greater than 0, so then f has relative minimum at x equal to a. Okay, so bila gantikan nilai a dalam pembezaan kali kedua ni dan dapat nilai dia kurang daripada kosong, so dia akan ada relative maximum. So dia akan ada maksimum lah dekat x sama dengan a. So kalau kita substitute a dalam dan dapat greater than 0, so then f has, so dia akan ada minimum point dekat x sama dengan a. Mudahlah cara dia. Kita tak payah nak check dia punya slope increase. Tapi if you obtain the value of second derivative equal to 0, so kalau dapat kosong, so the test fail. Okay, so test ni akan fail. So therefore you need to derivative test in order to check the extremum point. Okay. So bila dapat kosong, korang kena patah balik pada first derivative test. So kiranya dah jadi 2 kali kerja. Okay. Okay, so better guna first derivative test lah. So second derivative test ni kalau soalan suruh pakai second derivative test, pakailah untuk relative extremum. Okay. So ni kisah untuk increasing, decreasing, relative extremum. So yang concave up, concave down tu nanti kita akan masuk second derivative test. So ni second derivative test untuk increasing, untuk relative maximum, extremum lah. Okay. So ni second derivative test untuk relative extremum. Okay. So nanti akan ada lagi second derivative test untuk concavity. Okay. So kita pergi ke example lah. Okay. So find the intervals where fx is increasing or decreasing, and hence determine the extremum point if any. Okay, so to find this extremum point increasing, decreasing, so first what we need to do, so we need a point. Okay, so to find the inflection point, so we need to have first derivative. So first derivative is equal to 3x square minus 1. Okay. And then solve first derivative. Okay, so selesaikan ni untuk cari inflection point. Okay, so we will have 3x square minus 1 equal to 0. 3x square equal to 1. And x square equal to 1 over 3. Okay, so from here we will obtain x equal to positive, negative, square root 1 over 3. Okay. So tadi kita ada lah, tadi kat atas kan dah jumpa kan. So dapat negative 1 over square root 3 and x equal to 1 over square root 3. Okay, so letak dalam interval. Okay, so x interval, sebab kita nak pecahkan interval dia nanti. So negative 1 over square root 3 and here is 1 over square root 3. Okay, so domain untuk polinomial ni sentiasa real number lah. So daripada negative infinity sampai infinity. Okay, so oleh itu untuk buat interval dia agak mudah lah. Okay, so first derivative test dia. So first we need to have the interval. So from negative infinity until negative 1 over square root 3. And then from negative 1 over square root 3 until 1 over square root 3. And then over square root 3 until infinity. So kita akan ada 3. And then test value. So this one interval. And then test value. So test value. So between negative infinity until negative 1 over square root 3. So choose negative 1. So ni korang pilih lah. So negative 1 over square root 3 ni berapa nilai dia? Okay, so nilai dia actually 0 point ni. Bukan rasanya. Okay. So yang ni saya ambil negatif 5 lah untuk keselamatan. Okay. So nanti korang check lah dia 1 point berapa kot rasanya. 1 point berapa, 0 point berapa. Okay, so nanti. Okay, so kat sini. Okay, and then between negative 1 over square root 3 and 1 over square root 3 ni, so I choose 0. And from 1 over square root 3 until infinity, so I choose 5. Okay. So orang boleh pilih apa-apa nilai. Okay, so janji jangan lepas daripada, janji jangan keluar daripada interval ni. Okay. So ni pun sama. Okay. So janji jangan terkeluar daripada interval. Okay. And then find the symbol sign of f prime x. Okay, so for the symbol, so you need to substitute negative 5 into f prime x. So f prime x just now we have 3x square minus 1. Okay, so negative 5 power of 2, 25. 25 times 3, 75. 75 minus 1, 74. So the symbol positive. Okay, so 0. 3 times 0 power of 2, so 0 minus 1 lah. So negative. And then substitute 5. 5 power of 2 is 25. 25 times 3, 75. Minus 1, 74. So positive. So slope dia. So increasing, decreasing, increasing. Okay, so interval of increasing. Tulis ni. Interval of increasing. So yang mana yang increasing? So yang ni lah, negative infinity, negative 1 over square root 3, and 1 over square root 3 until infinity. And then for the decreasing, so decreasing ada satu je lah. So from negative 1 over square root 3 until 1 square root 3. Okay, so that one for the interval of increasing and decreasing. And then extremum point. So extremum point ni untuk maximum minimum lah. Okay, so relative minimum. So dekat mana yang minimum? So sini naik, turun. So yang ni maximum. So yang ni bawah ni minimum lah, dia dekat bawah. So relative x equal to 1 over square root 3 and relative maximum at x equal to negative 1 over square root 3. Okay, so ni naik. So kat sini maximum lah. So maximum critical point tadi negative 1 over square root 3. Okay, so ni kat sini ni atas ni kita tengah-tengah ni kita ambil negative 1 over square root 3. Yang sini ni 1 over square root 3. Okay. Okay. So another example. Pertama kita nak cari kat mana point increasing. Okay, so interval increasing decreasing. dan mana relative minimum dan relative maximum. Okay, so first what you need to do is find the first derivative. F prime x is 2x minus 2, and then solve for f prime x equal to 0. So we have 2x minus 2 equal to 0. So 2x equal to 2. So x is equal to 1. Okay, so we have critical point x equal to 1. Okay, so critical point x sama dengan 1. And then so domain untuk polinomial this one x square minus 2x ni daripada negative infinity sampai infinity. Okay. So critical point x sama dengan 1. So kita ada 1 je. So interval dia kita akan ada 2 je lah. So negative infinity sampai 1, 1 sampai infinity. Okay, so sini critical point kita letak x equal to 1. So interval dia, so interval infinity until 1, and then continue 1 until infinity. Okay. And then test value. Okay, so test value, choose any value between negative infinity until 1. So pilihlah apa-apa, kosong. And then for this interval, any value from 1 until infinity. Okay, so jangan pilih 1 lah. Okay. Okay, so pilih nilai di antara 1 sampai infinity. So kita pilih 2. Okay. So jangan pilih critical point tu. So kita pilih di antara dia. Okay. And then find the symbol. Sign of f prime x. So f prime x just now is 2x minus 2. Okay, so substitute 0 into f prime x. So we will obtain negative 2. So symbolnya negatif lah. Then substitute 2. Okay, so substitute 2 into f prime x. 2 times by 2 which is 4. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So symbol positive. Okay. So dia punya slope dia. So negative decrease. So daripada kiri ke decrease. And then positive. So positive increase. So daripada kiri ke kanan increase. Okay, so therefore interval of increasing. Okay, so interval of increasing equal to 1 until infinity. Interval of decreasing, so it's negative infinity until 1. Okay. And then relative maximum and minimum. So relative, so kat sini kita ada minimum je lah, maximum tak ada. Okay. Sebab dia turun, naik. So dia ada kat bawah je. Okay. So relative minimum at x equal to 1. Okay. Okay, so another example. Okay, so we have fx equal to x cube minus x square plus x plus 3. Okay, so soalan sama macam tadi yang kat atas. Kita nak cari increasing dengan decreasing interval and find the relative extremum. Okay, so what we need to have first? So we need to have first derivative. Okay, so f prime x so f prime x it is equal to 3x power of 2 minus 2x plus 1, and then solve for f prime x equal to 0. Okay, so selesaikan untuk ni. Okay, so f prime x just now is 3x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so selesaikan, factorize. Okay, so you will have 3x plus 1 x minus, okay, so equal to 0. Okay, so solve for this one. So you will have 3x plus 1 equal to 0 and x minus 1 equal to 0. So for this one you will obtain x equal to negative 1. So for this one you will obtain x equal to 1. So critical x equal to negative 1 over 3 and x equal to 1. Okay, so domain. Okay, so function this one is polynomial. So domain dia adalah daripada negative infinity sampai infinity. So siapa tak nak tulis ni pun tak apalah. Okay. So yang ni saya tulis lukis, okay, untuk memudahkan kita bina interval tu. Okay, so negative 1 over 3 here, 1 here. Okay, so 1 kat sini. Okay, so jangan 1 kat belakang lah. So garis nombor kan. So yang kecil belah kiri, yang besar belah kanan. Okay, so negatif 1/3 kat sini, 1 dekat sini. So from this one, so you will have interval negative infinity sampai negative 1 over 3, and then negative 1 over 3 until 1, and then 1 until infinity. So dekat tengah-tengah ni dia punya critical point lah. X equal to 1, and here x equal to negative 1 over 3. Okay, so tak nak tulis yang atas ni pun tak apa. Okay. And then test value. Okay, so negative infinity until negative 1 over 3. So 1 over 3 is negative 0.3333. Okay, so choose number before negative 1 over 3. So let's say negative 2 lah, between negative infinity until negative 1 over 3. Okay, so value between negative 1 over 3 until 1. So you can choose 0. 1 until infinity, so you can choose 2. Okay. Okay, so sign of f prime x. Okay, so f prime x just now we have 3x square minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so calculate. Substitute negative 2 into f prime x. So you will have 3 negative 2 power of 2, 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 minus 2 times negative 2. So plus 4. So 12 plus 4, 16. So 16 plus 1, positive. Then substitute 0. So 0, 0. Okay, so you will have 1, positive. Okay, so positive 1. And then substitute 2. So 3 times 2 power of 2. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 minus 2 times 2 is 4. So 12 minus 4 is 8. So plus 1 is 9. So still positive. Okay, so slope there increasing, increasing, and increasing. Okay. Okay, so therefore we can conclude that increasing interval is so negative infinity until negative 1 over 3, and then negative 1 over 3 until 1, and 1 until infinity. Okay, so for the relative extremum, okay, so there is no relative extremum. So tak ada relative extremum lah. Sebab semuanya increasing. So dia tak ada maximum, tak ada minimum. Okay. Okay, so next we go to the second derivative. Use of second derivative. Okay, so the use of second derivative. So we will use to find the inflection point. Okay, so inflection point ni maksudnya adalah point on a curve where the concavity change from concave up to concave down or vice versa. Okay, so concave up, concave down. So what is it? Okay, so check for concavity, and then second, we use the second derivative to check the concavity. So kita nak check the concave up ataupun concave down. So concave up ni apa? All the tangent line on the interval is located at the below of the graph, and concave down. So this one concave down. So concave down ni, all the tangent line on the interval is located at the below of the graph. Okay, so ni kita nak ni ada gambar dia lah, concave up tu macam ni. So concave up ni dia curve dia macam mangkuk lah. Okay, so kita nampak dia curve ke atas. Okay, so dia macam mangkuk. So tangent line pun dekat bawah curve ni. Okay, so kalau concave down ni yang biru ni. Okay, so dia macam mangkuk terbalik. Okay. So ni pun concave down. So concave down. Ni concave down. So ni, okay, so lengkuk dia menghala ke atas. Kalau concave up, lengkuk dia menghala ke bawah. Ni concave up. So this one pun concave up. So lengkuk dia menghala ke bawah. Okay. So kalau concave down ni, lengkuk dia menghala ke atas. Ni concave down. Okay. So ni inflection point. Point di mana dia punya concavity dia berubah daripada concave down ubah kepada concave up, ataupun daripada concave up diubah concave down. So sini ada inflection point. Okay. Okay, so second derivative test for concavity. Okay, so second derivative test untuk concavity ni. So tadi second derivative kita boleh guna untuk relative extremum tu lah. Kita boleh check maximum ataupun minimum point. So tapi tu saya tak sarankan lah. Okay, so kita pakai je lah first derivative. Kalau soalan suruh pakai second derivative, kita pakai. Okay. Okay, so this one second derivative test for concavity. Okay, so first, so what you need to do? So you need to find the inflection point. So inflection point you can find by solving second derivative equal to 0. Okay. Tadi critical point kita solve first derivative equal to 0. Okay, so sekarang inflection point kita solve second derivative equal to 0. And then to check the concavity, okay, so same, sama je. Bila kita dah dapat inflection point tu, so we divide the interval. Okay, so kalau kita ada 1, dia akan jadi 2 interval. Kalau ada 2 inflection point, dia akan jadi 3 interval. So macam tadi, lebih kurang je. Okay, so only here the difference dekat sini. So sign of second derivative. Okay, so symbol untuk second derivative. Kalau yang symbol first derivative. Okay, so here for the concavity, so we use the symbol of second derivative. Concave up. If negative, concave down. Okay, and then if there is a change from concave up into concave down, so we can conclude that the point x equal to is inflection point. Okay. So macam yang kat atas ni kita boleh cari point, tapi point dia belum tentu dia jadi inflection point ke tak. Okay. So bila kita dah check dia punya concavity, ada perubahan daripada concave up, baru kita boleh conclude x equal to c tu adalah inflection point. Okay. Example. Find the interval where fx is concave up or concave down, and hence determine the inflection points if any. Okay, so first find the second derivative. Okay, so first derivative f prime x it is equal to 3x square minus 1. And then second derivative. Okay, so second derivative, it is equal to 6x. Okay. To find the concave up, concave down, first we need to have inflection point. So for that inflection point, so we need to solve second derivative equal to 0. So which is 6x equal to 0. So therefore we have x equal to 0. For polynomial function, domain ni daripada negative infinity. So we have inflection point at x equal to 0. Okay. So, tapi dia belum confirm lagi dia point ataupun bukan. Okay. So then we need to check the concavity. Okay, so concavity dia. So to check the concavity, so divide into two interval. Okay, so kita ada satu je inflection point. So maksud kita akan ada dua interval. So interval we have here negative infinity until 0. So katakan tengah ni x equal to 0. And then 0 until infinity. Test value. So test value. So choose value between. So let's say negative 1. And from 0 until infinity 1. Okay. Okay, so sign of f prime x. Okay, so just now f double prime x is 6x. So symbol dia. So substitute negative 1 until 6x. So 6 times negative 1, negative 6. So symbol dia negative. Okay, so substitute 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. So symbol dia positive. Okay. So therefore negative concave down, positive concave up. Okay. So then we have the concave up and concave down. Interval of concave down equal to negative infinity until 0. So interval of concave up it is equal to 0 until infinity. Okay. Okay, so therefore at x, therefore the inflection point is at x equal to 0. Okay. Okay, so inflection point dia dekat x sama dengan 0. Okay. So kalau nak cari point dia, kita kena cari, kalau nak tulis dalam bentuk koordinat, kita kena cari f0 lah dulu. So f0 it is equal to 0 power of 3 minus 0 plus 3. So 3. Okay. So inflection point kita boleh tulis lah kalau nak tulis dalam bentuk koordinat. Inflection point is 0, 3. Okay. So ni the inflection point is at x equal to 0. So ni kita bagi tahu inflection point tu ada dekat x sama dengan 0. Yang ni kita bagi tahu inflection 0, 3. So ni dalam bentuk point. Yang ni kita bagi tahu inflection point tu dekat mana. Okay. Sama juga yang macam ekstremum tadi. Yang ni kita bagi tahu relative minimum dekat x sama dengan 1. Nak cari min, kena cari koordinat y dia lah. Kena cari f1. Okay. So contoh f1. So f1 sama dengan 1 kuasa 2 tolak 2 kuasa 2 darab 1 tambah 2. So dapat 1 tolak 2 tambah 2. So the answer is 1. Okay, so therefore minimum point dia point is 1, 1. Okay, so ni kita bagi tahu titik minimum adalah 1, 1. Yang ni kita bagi tahu relative minimum dekat x sama dengan 1. Okay. Okay, ni saya ajar point ni sebab nanti kalau nak lukis kita kena tahulah point dia dekat mana. Okay. Okay, so ni tadi concave ni lagi. Okay, so example code last. Okay, lepas tu nanti baru kita masuk graph ni lain hari lah. Second example, so first we need to find the inflection point. So find the second derivative. First derivative is equal to 3x square minus 2x plus 1. So second derivative it is equal to 6x minus 2. Okay, so therefore the inflection point, so f double prime x equal to 0. So kita selesaikan 6x minus 2 equal to 0, and then x is equal to 2 over 6, which is equal to 1 over 3. Okay, so divide the interval. So domain for fx is from negative infinity until infinity. So we have the inflection point which is over 3. Okay, so the interval here we can divide it into 2. Is from negative infinity until 1 over 3 and 1 over 3 until infinity. Okay, so here test value. Okay, so test value negative infinity until 1 over 3. So kita nak letak apa? So kita letak negative 1. And then from 1 over 3 until infinity, so we can choose 1. Okay, and then sign for second derivative. So which is second derivative just now is 6x minus 2. So kita check symbol dia. So substitute negative 1 into 6x. So negative 6 minus 2. So which is negative. And then for 1, so substitute here 1. So 6 minus 2 is 4, which is positive. So negative concave down. Okay, so therefore interval of concave down is negative infinity until 1 over 3, and interval of concave up is equal to 1 over 3 until infinity. Okay, so therefore inflection point is at x equal to 1 over 3. Okay, so inflection point ada dekat x sama dengan 1/3. So kalau nak tulis inflection point dia, kita kena cari f 1 over 3. So it is 1 over 3 power of 3 minus 1 over 3 power of 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 3. Okay, so ni kena kira, korang tekanlah calculator, saya kena congak ni. Alamak, 1/27 tolak 27, 1/9 tambah 1/3 tambah 3. Okay, so sama 1 tolak dengan 3 tambah 9 tambah 8, 1/27. So the answer is 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 7 plus 81, 88. So 88 over 27. Okay, so saya tak tahu lah kalau salah ni. Kalau salah ni korang betulkan lah, korang pakai calculator. Saya main congak je. Okay. So therefore inflection point is 1 over 3 80 over 27. So kalau boleh kecilkan lah. Okay. Okay. So that's all for our lesson today. So korang perhati soalan, dia tak adalah nak tanya macam yang saya buat contoh. Soalan dia akan terus macam ni. So consider the function x-intercept, find this one. So maksudnya dia ada satu soalan, lepas tu dia ada anak-anak. Okay. So ada anak-anak, dia cari increasing extremum point ni. Okay. And then find the inflection point. Okay. And then last one, to sketch the graph. Okay. Okay, so korang hafalkan step. Okay, so yang atas tu saya dah ajar ikut step untuk so cari inflection point, critical point, increasing, decreasing, extremum point, and then inflection point, concavity, and then conclude the inflection point. Okay. So yang saya ajar atas ni semua dah ikut step untuk lukis graph. Okay, so that's all for our class today. See you later. Thank you and Assalamualaikum. So nanti kita akan sambung dengan lukis sketch graph tu. Okay. Oh ya, sebelum tu. Yes. Sama macam dalam yang concavity tadi kan. Ni. Okay, so kalau kita tengok yang tadi tu inflection point, inflection point pula, critical point tadi. So ni semua increasing. So maksudnya dia tak ada minimum ataupun maksimum. Okay, so bermaksud kemungkinan dekat dalam critical point ni, okay, so boleh jadi inflection point. Okay. So dia akan ada lah. Okay, so korang boleh okay, so korang fahamkan lah critical point, inflection point tu dulu. Okay, so that's all. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.